Hello viewers, my name is Mr.Adebanjo. Welcome to my video. In this video we are going to be discussing together on Neco 2024 General Mathematics Objective Questions. We are going to be treating together in this video Neco 2024 General Mathematics Objectives. Previous videos you have solved the just concluded WAEC WASE 2024 General Mathematics and further mathematics, both theory and objective questions. And if you need those videos, please check my channel. You will see them there for reference sake and to help you prepare for next examination, whether WAEC or Neco. So like I said, we are going to be treating this just concluded Neco 2024 General Mathematics objective questions in this video. And what are we going to be doing? We're going to be telling you the topic where each of the questions emanates from, and also you're going to be solving each question step by step. We're going to be selecting the correct answer from the option provided, and we are going to be solving all the 60 questions together step by step to solve all the 60 questions all together and pick the right answer from the option provided. But before we get it started, if you are here to subscribe to the channel, please click the subscribe button on the channel right now, so as to help us improve this channel. And if you have done that before, God bless you for doing that. Let's jump to the solution of the reason for this video. So the first question is from the approximation. You have to approximate express 384.126 to the nearest 100. So to the nearest 100, the value that is carrying 100 here is 3. This is a unit, tens, and 100. So the 3 here is carrying the 100. So that means the number after this 3, which is 8. You round it up to 1 and add it to the 3, so and that gives us 400 when you approximate this to the nearest 100, and that makes your option B to be the correct option for question number 1. Question number 2 is from the set. We are told that if set A has the element of natural number between 3 and 15, so we have to find the number of elements in set A. So all the natural number between 3 and 15. So if you list those natural number now, and this small letter n is talking about a cardinality of set, which says that a number of elements in set A. So if you list the element in set A, we have 3 to 15, and that means the cardinality of set A, which is a number of elements in set A, that's going to be 13. So we have 13 elements in this set A. So that makes option C to be the correct option for question number 2. Question number 3 is from number base. It's from number base. We have to evaluate 3241 base 5 minus 1342 base 5. So we have to subtract this from this and get the answer from the option provided. So if you try that, you can try to arrange them in the 100 tens units. So we have 1,000, 100 tens, then units subtracted by to subtract 1342 from it. If you arrange it like this, then you can easily subtract. And how do we go about that? Don't forget that we're in base 5. 1 minus 2 is impossible, so that means that you borrow 1 from here to this place, and whatsoever you borrow from here to this place, that is 5. So 5 plus 1 is 6. So 6 minus 2 gives us 4. That means the answer of this is 4. You are left with 3 here. 3 minus 4 is impossible also. So that means you need to borrow from here to here. So what you borrow is 5. So 5 plus 3 gives us 8. 8 minus 4 gives us 4 again. Here we are left with 1. 1 minus 3 is impossible. You borrow from here to here. So that's 5 plus 1. That gives us 6. Then 6 minus 3 is 3 again. You are left with 2 here. 2 minus 1 is 1 in base 5. So that make option B the correct option for question number 3. Question number 4 is from the surd. It's from surd. You have to simplify this surd multiplied by this surd, and if you try to do that, we can see that if you look at the two brackets, you're having the same thing in the bracket, aside from that minus here and you're having plus here. So that makes this a difference of 2 squares. So you can do this in 2 ways. You can either multiply it out to simplify, or you can apply difference of 2 square here, because this is a difference of 2 square. So but here we apply difference of 2 square here, difference of 2 squares. That if you remember that a square minus b square will give us a minus b into a plus b, which is difference of 2 squares. So this and this look alike. So that means this also, which look at this, we can represent it like this as well. So that will give us a 4 3 squared minus 6 squared. So that means this, which is given to us, which is difference of 2 squared, can be written as 4 3 squared minus 6 squared. So 4 3 squared mean 4 3 times 4 3. So that will give us a 4 times. That will give us a 4 times 4 times 3 times 3. Then minus 6 squared, minus 6 squared is 36. Then from there 4 times 4 will give us 16. Then 3 times 3 will give us 3. So that will give us 16 times 3 minus 36. Then 16 times 3 will give us 48 minus 36. Then that should give us 12 as the final answer. If you question number 5 is from the sequence and series. In this case, geometric progression. The third term of a GP is minus 5 and the seventh term is minus 80. Find the common ratio. So the third term of a GP is AR square. So third term of a GP is AR square. That will be equal to minus 5. And the seventh term is AR raised to power 6. So the seventh term of a GP is AR raised to power 6. And that will be equal to minus 80. So you have two equations here. So you can divide equation 2 by equation 1. So divide 2 by 1. So that means you'll be having AR raised to power 6 over AR square equals to minus 80 divided by minus 5. So A will take care of AR square will go in R raised to power 6. That give us a R raised to power 4. And then 5 can go in 80. That give us a 16. So you can find the fourth root of both sides. Find the fourth root of both sides, or you can change this one to an index form. That gives us 2 raised to power 4. Then 4 will take the power of the power, R will be equal to 2. So you can find the fourth root of both sides, or you can do it this way. So the power will take care of the power, so the common ratio is going to be 2, which make option E the correct answer for question number 5. Question number 6 is from the arithmetic of finance. In this case, tax. A man with an annual salary of 1,300,000 is to pay an income tax of 22%. Calculate his income tax. Calculate his tax if his allowance amount to 137,000 naira. So this is the income of the man. Is to pay the tax of this percentage of this money. But we are told that out of this money there is allowance of 137,000. So in calculating the tax, allowance is not taxable. You are calculating tax. You are going to calculate it on basic salary, not on all the money. So the tax is going to be on basically on the basic salary. So that means to get the tax of the person, we need to first remove this allowance from this total amount, so that then whatever we now get as the balance, you can now find the tax on that. So taxable income is going to be annual salary minus allowances. So that will be 1,300,000 minus 137,000, and that gives 1,163,000. So on this now, which is this the taxable income, now we're now going to find the 22% of the tax. So income tax now will not be taxable income multiplied by the rate of the tax. That will be 1,163,000 times 22%. And we know that 22% means 22 over 100. Then if you simplify this further, that should give us 255,860 naira as the taxable the tax the person will pay, or the man will pay. And that gives option B the correct answer for question number 6. Question number 7 is on percentage error. A wire of length 25 cm was measured by a student to be 24.4 cm. Find the percentage error. So we know that error is actual length minus measure length. So the actual length was 25 centimeter minus the measure length, which is 24.4 centimeter. If you subtract, that give us 0.6. So that's the error the student made. So we know that the percentage error is the error over actual length multiplied by 100. So the error is 0.6 divided by actual length, which is 25, multiplied by 100. And if you simplify this further, that will be 100 multiplied by 0.6. That will give us a 60 divided by 25. And that should give us 2.4% of the percentage error. So that will be option C for question number 7. Question number 8 is also from arithmetic of finance. In this case, simple interest. How many years will 12,000 saved in a bank amount to 12,960 at 2% per annum simple interest? We have to find the time in this case. You have to find time in this case, but we are given the principal, we are given the amount, and we are given the rate. We have to look for time. So we know that when in simple interest is PRT over 100, where P is the principal, R is rate, T is time. Then we know that we are given the amount after the time. Amount is principal plus interest. So and we know that amount is going to be principal, but this I is seems as a simple interest, which is PRT over 100. From there, our aim is to find T, so we can simplify to make it solve the formula. So firstly, you can multiply through by 100 to clear this denominator. So if you multiply through by 100, then we have 100A plus is equals to 100P. Then we'll be having a PRT, because 100 multiplied this, you give us this, 100 multiplied by this, give us this, 100 multiplied by this, 100 will take care of 100, so you have PRT left. From there, you can collect like times, you have PRT equals to 100A minus 100P. You cannot divide both sides by PR, so T will be equals to 100A minus 100P over PR. So we can factorize 100 at the numerator. So we have 100 into our amount is 12,960 minus the principal is 12,000 over the principal multiplied by the rate, which is 2. So if you simplify that further, that will give us 4 years. So that will give us 4 years, which make option C the correct answer for question number 8. Question number 9 is from SOD. In this case, we have to rationalize 5 over SOD 2 plus SOD 3. So we have to rationalize this SOD, and then we know that when we are rationalizing SOD, we need to find the conjugate of the denominator, and the conjugate of this denominator is SOD 2 minus SOD 3. So we'll now use that to multiply up and down. So if we were to rationalize that, so we'll be having 5 over SOD 2 plus SOD 3 will be equal to 5 over SOD 2 plus SOD 3, which is the question, multiplied by the conjugate of it, SOD 2 minus SOD 3 over SOD 2 minus SOD 3. Then we know that the denominator here is the difference of 2 square, and the numerator of 5 multiplied through. So if you apply the difference of 2 square to the denominator, we have a SOD 2 square minus a SOD 3 squared, and 5 will now multiply the numerator, so we have 5 into SOD 2 minus SOD 3. And if you simplify that further, SOD 2 square will give us 2, SOD 3 square will give us 3. So we'll be having 5 into SOD 2 minus SOD 3 over 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 give us a minus 1. So technically that will give us a minus 5 into SOD 2 minus SOD 3. Then if minus come inside, you'll be having 5 into minus SOD 2 plus SOD 3. So you can rearrange that, that will be SOD 3 minus SOD 2. So based on the option provided, so we have option A to be the correct answer for question number 9. If you want to understand SOD very well, you can check my channel. There's a full discussion on SOD that I made in the past, so you can reference that video to help you understand SOD if you don't. Now question number 10 is from set, in this case Venn diagram. In a class of 80 students, every student study mathematics or geography or both. So if 65 students study mathematics and 50 students geography, how many study both subjects? So like I told you, it's from set, in this case Venn diagram, but since we are told that all the 80 students here can either do math or geography, or they do both. So that means nobody is idle out of all these 80 students. So in that case, instead of applying a Venn diagram, we can use a set formula. So in this case, the M stands for mathematics, G stand for geography. So number of mathematics union geography will give us a number of mathematics plus number of geography minus intersection between them. So this is only possible because we are told that all of them either do mathematics, geography, or both. So nobody is idle. So that means this will work instead of using a Venn diagram. So we know the union of all the students. We know the union of the two sets, which is talking about the number of students, because they can either do this, or they do both. So the union of everything is 80. So we have 80 equals to number of people that study mathematics. We have 65. Study geography, we have 50. So our aim is to find students that offer both, which is M intersection G. So in this case, if you simplify further, we have 80 equals to 115 minus intersection. Make this solve for the formula. So this come here, this come here. So we have a number of M intersection G equals to 115 minus 80, and that should give us a 35. So these are the number of students that so this is the number of students that study both subjects, and we have option B to be the correct answer for question number 10. Question number 11 is from sequence and series. In this case, arithmetic progression, AP. The 11th term of an arithmetic progression is 63. Find the first term if the common difference is 3. So what is the 11th term of AP? That will be A plus 10D. So A plus 10D is the 11th term of an AP, which is equal to 63 here. So from there, we are given the common difference, which is our D, to be 3. If you substitute that, you have A plus 10 multiplied by 3 equals to 63. Simplify further. 10 times 3 give us 30 equals to this. So collect like times. A will be equals to 63 minus 30. Then A will be equals to 33, which make option D the correct answer for question number 11. Question number 12 is from the modular arithmetic. It's from modular arithmetic. We have to evaluate 15 times 26 in module 5. So you have to multiply this, then your answer should be in mode 5. So if you do that, if you multiply this by this, 15 times 26 will give us 390. So our aim is to change this one to mode 5. So in that case, you need to divide this answer by 5, then we write down the remainder. So we do 390 divided by 5. Why are we dividing by 5? Because we are in mode 5. So if you divide this by 5, that gives us 78, then remainder 0. So we have to, that means this remainder is the answer in mode 5. So that means this multiplied by this in mode 5 will give us 0 as the answer. That makes option A the correct answer for question number 12. Question number 13 is from indices. You have to solve 2 raised to power 3s equals to 16 raised to power 3 over 4. So it's very simple as well. All you need to do is to change the 16 to an index to make the base equal. So 2 raised to power 4 will give us 16. So we have 2 raised to power 3 equals to 2 raised to power 4 multiplied by the power. Because we know that in law of indices, the powers will multiply themselves. So this 4 will multiply 3 over 4 because they are both powers. So in this case, 4 will take care of 4 here. So you are left with 2 raised to power 3. Then the base also will take care of the base. So you are having, okay, the first thing we do is to cancel out the 4 will go in 4. So you have 2 raised to power 3. The base will take care of base now. So we have 3 raised equals to 3. Then divide both sides by 3. S will be equals to 1. Option E is the correct answer for question number 13. Question number 14 is from ratio. It's from ratio and proportion. In this case, we are told that if Olu, Tony, and Tunde share 24,000 naira in the ratio of 2 to 3 to 5 respectively, what is the 2/3 of Tunde's share? So the first thing to first of all get the Tunde's share, then you can now find the 2/3 of that. And the first thing to do when you are dealing with ratio is to add the ratios together. So add the ratios together, we have 2 plus 3 plus 4, that gives us 10. Then the ratio that belongs to Tunde here is 5. So that means we'll be having 5 over total ratio, which is 5 over 10 multiplied by the money shared, which is 240,000. If you simplify this further, you have 120,000 to be the Tunde's share. By pressing your calculator here, you can simplify by yourself. So this is Tunde's share out of the money. Then you can now find you have to find 2/3 of the Tunde's share. What do you mean by 2/3? That will be 2/3 times this amount. So you have 2/3 times this amount, and if you simplify that, that will give us 80,000 naira for 2/3 of Tunde's share. That make option B the correct answer for question number 14. Question number 15 is from the fraction. In this case, we have to arrange the following fraction in ascending order of magnitude. So we are given 2/3, 3/5, 5/12, 4/15, 3/10. We have to arrange them in ascending order. The best way to go about it is to change each of them to decimal number 4, so that we'll know which one is bigger than the other one. So 2/3 we change to decimal number, we have 0.667. 3/5 to decimal is 0.6. 5/12 to decimal is 0.417. 4/15 to decimal is 0.267. Then 3/10 to decimal is 0.3. So from here now you can easily see which one is bigger and which one is smaller. You can see that the 0.267 is the smallest one, followed by 0.3, followed by 0.417, followed by 0.6, followed by 0.67. So if you arrange them in the ascending order, you have them to be this. So which fraction belongs to this? That gives us 4/15. So we have 4/15 to be the smallest, followed by the 3/10, followed by 5/12, followed by 3/5, followed by 2/3. So you have been able to arrange them in ascending order like this, and that makes option A the correct answer for question number 15. Question number 16 is from the matrix. It's from matrix. You have to find the value of S, Y, Z respectively for this matrix equals to this matrix. So you can see that this matrix is equal to this matrix because they are of the same order. They are 2x2 matrix, and we can now use the idea of equality of matrices. Since they are equal, that means the element in the first row, first column here is equal to the element in first row, first column here. So S is equal to 4, 2y is equal to 12, z is equal to 3, 9 is equal to 9. So from there we can use that to find our S, Y, and Z. So X is equal to 4 here, then 2y is equal to 12, so you can find your Y from there. Y will be equal to, divide both sides by 2, that gives us 6, then Z is equal to 3. So if you arrange them like this, you have a 4, 6, 3. So that make option B the correct answer for question number 16. Question number 17 is still on matrix, although there's going to be a full discussion on the matrix video. The video is coming very soon. Shortly they're going to see on my channel very soon. So we are giving a matrix P, which is 2x2, having the element of -2, 2, 3, 1, and you are having matrix Q, which is also 2x2, and we are having 2, 3, 2, 1 as the element, and you have to find PQ. That means you have to multiply matrix Q, matrix P by Q. And if you do that, you'll be having like this. Then to multiply the row, we multiply the column. This row here, this row will multiply this column, multiply this column. The second row here will multiply the first column, multiply the second column here. So I believe you understand how to multiply matrix out. Row multiply column, row multiply column, multiply column. So if that is the case, you have -2 times 1, which is this, plus 2 times 2, which is this. Then the row again will multiply the second column, -1 times 3, which is this. Then 2 times 1, which is this. Are we there? So the first row has multiplied these two columns. So the second row also of this set P will multiply the two columns of set Q. Sorry, that is set Q, matrix Q rather. So 3 times 2 will give us this, plus 1 times 2, this. Again, 3 times 3 we have this, then 1 times 1 we have this. So we have been able to multiply out like this. Then all you need to do is to simplify. So we have a -1 times 2 give us -2, plus 2 times 2 give us 4, -1 times 3 give us -3, 2 times 1 give us 2, 3 times 2 give us 6, plus 1 times 2 give us 2, 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 times 1 is 1. So if you simplify further, we have a -2 plus 4 is 2, minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1. This will give us 8, and this will give us 10. So if you multiply out these two matrices, you have this matrix given to us as the answer, which is option C. Question number 18 is from logarithm. We have to evaluate log 16 base 4 plus log 27 base 3 minus log 4096 base 8. So we have to simplify this logarithm. It's very simple if you understand what the logarithm is all about. And there's a video on my channel right now that where I explain everything on logarithm, and I want you to listen to that video or watch the video. You will really understand what logarithm is saying. Logarithm of 16 base 4 means that how many times can you raise 4 to get 16? How many times can you raise 4 to get 16? That will give us 2. So that means log 16 base 4 is 2. Also, log 27 base 3 means that how many times can you raise 3 to get 27? And that should give us 3 times as well. Then the minus log 4096 base 8 means how many times can you raise 8 to get this number? So if you look at that, that is 4 times. So the answer of this one is 2 plus this one is 3 minus the answer of this one is 4. So if we simplify further, we have 5 minus 4, and that should give us a 1 as the answer for question number 18, which makes option C the right answer. Question number 19 is from the algebraic fraction. We have to solve the equation 4x over 5 minus 7 over 3 equals to 5x over 12. So we have to solve this equation and find the value of x in this case. So the best way to go about it is to find the LCM of 5, 3 and 12, then multiply through by the LCM. So the LCM of multiply through by the LCM of 5, 3 and 12, and that is 60. The LCM of 5, 3 and 12 is 60. So multiply each of these by 60. So we have 60 times 4x over 5 minus 60 times 7 over 3 equals to 60 times 5x over 12. And 5 can go in 12, that give us 5 can go in 60, that give us 12. 3 can go in 60, that give us 20. Then 12 can go in 60, that will give us 5. So that means you'll be having 12 here. 12 times 4x will give us 48x. Then 3 in 60 give us 20 times 7 will give us 140. Then 12 in 60 will give us 5. 5 times 5 will give us 25x. From there we can now collect the like times. We have 48x minus 25 equals to 40. This minus this will give us 23x equals to 140 divided both sides by 23. You'll be having 140 over 23. If you change to, because of our options here, change it to mixed fraction, and that should give us 60 number 2 over 3. So that makes option D the right answer for question number 19. Question number 20 is from the functions. It's from functions. So we have if f of s is equal to 3s squared minus 9s minus 5, we have to find f of minus 3. So f of s is 3s squared minus 9s minus 5. So f of minus 3 will be, it means you need to replace your s by minus 3. So wherever you see minus 3, wherever you see x here, put minus 3. So then we have 3 into minus 3 squared minus 9 into minus 3 minus 5. This will give us 9 times 3. We have 27 there. Then minus 9 times minus 3 give us plus 27 minus 5. So that should give us 54 minus 5. That will give us 49. So that makes option D the right answer for question number 20. Question number 21 is from the subject formula. We have to find u in terms of f and v in the relation 1 over v equals 1 over f minus 1 over u. Like I said, we have to make a subject formula here, making use of the formula. So if you write out the equation given to us, we have to make a u subject formula. So I can collect like times. I can take 1 over u to this side and take 1 over v back here. So that gives us 1 over u equals 1 over f minus 1 over v. From then I can now subtract this fraction by finding the LCM of the right hand side. So you'll be the LCM of f and v is fv. So that means you'll be having 1 over u equals to LCM is fv. F in fv give us v. Then v times 1 will give us v minus v in fv, that give us f. F times 1 give us f here. So from there now, we can our aim is to find u. You can inverse both sides. You can inverse this fraction. Whatever you do to this one, you happen to here as well. So if I inverse this will give us a u over 1, which is same as u. Then inverse this as well. So we'll be having u is equal to fv over u minus f. So which make a u source of the formula. So I think that make option D the correct answer for question number 21. Question number 23 is from quadratic equation. We have to find the equation whose roots are -1 and 5. So if we look at the option given to us here, we can see that the variable there is x. So let's choose x as our variable. So if these are the root of the quadratic equation, that means s is meant to be equal to -1 or s is equal to 5. In this case, take this to this side, take this back to this side, you'll be having s plus 1 equals to 0 or s minus 5 equals to 0. If both of them are equal to 0, so that means their product is supposed to be equal to 0 as well. So you'll be having s plus 1 into s minus 5 equals to 0. Expand the bracket, s times l give us s squared. S times -5 give us -5x. 1 times l give us x. Then 1 times -5 give us -5 equals to 0. So -5 plus s give us -4. We have s squared minus 4s minus 5 equals to 0, which make option A the right answer for question number 22. Question number 23 is from the word problem leading to simultaneous equation. The product of two numbers is 40 and their sum is 13. Find the numbers. So let the numbers be x and y. So if the numbers are x and y, then their product, which means that the multiplication of those numbers, so we have xy equals to 40 degree 40. You can call that one equation 1. Their sum, that means you add them together, s plus y equals to 13, equation 2. So we have to solve these two simultaneously to get our x and y. So what can we do? We cannot use elimination here because we are having sy, so you have to use substitution. So from equation 2, we can make either s or y solve the formula. So in this case, we make s solve the formula. We have s equals to 13 minus y, which we call equation 3. We can now put this equation 3 into equation 1 to find our x or y. So put this into 1. So that means you'll be having our s is 13 minus y. So put it here. So we'll be having y into 13 minus y equals to 40. Open the bracket. We have 13y minus y squared equals to 40. Then bring this 40 here, or you bring everything to this side. So we'll be having y squared minus 13y plus 40 equals to 0, which is a quadratic equation to solve, so that you can find our y. Then when you get our y, you can find our x from there. So from there, if you solve this quadratic equation, the two values for that will make 40, you can multiply together to give us 40, and when you add them together, it will give us minus 13. That should give us minus 5 minus 8. So minus 5 times minus 8 will give us plus 40. Then minus 5 minus 8 will give us minus 13. So this is now replacing minus 13y here, which I believe you understand how to solve quadratic equation. So now you can factorize. Y is common here. You have 5 into. We have y into y minus 5. Then minus 8 is common here. We have minus 8 into y minus 5 equals 0. And if you bring them together, we have y minus 5, y minus 8. I've skipped a step here now, which I believe you understand what you have done to get this equals to 0. From there, you can find our y. Then our y will be equals to 5, our y equals to be 8. So y is equals to 5, y is equals to 8. So we have gotten the value of y. We need to find our x. So although value of s is going to be 5 or 8 as well, because here if you substitute the value of your y here to get our x. So when our y is 5, we have 13 minus 5, that gives us 8. And when our y is 8, put that here, 13 minus 8 is gives us 5. So I can use the value here to be the x and y. I can also use the one we get again to 4. In this case, s is 13 minus 5. If you put your y to be 5 here, then you have 8. Also, s is equals to 13 minus 8, which is our y is the 8 here, you have 5. So we can see that for the y we get the same answer, for the x we get the same answer. So that means option E is the right answer for question number 23. Question number 24 is from the functions as well. In this case, we have to find the if s plus 6 is a factor of s squared plus 4s minus 12, we have to find the other factor. So that means because this is a quadratic expression, to be if this linear expression divide this quadratic expression, is going to, we are going to get another factor which is the linear expression as well. Then in that case, that's what they want us to find. So there are many ways to approach this. So we can use remainders theorem, using remainders theorem, and but I don't want us to use that because we are not working on, this is not a further mathematics question. It's a general mathematics question, so that you will not complicate issue. But another thing you can do, you can try to put value of x equals to 2 into this. If it gives 0, that means this is the answer. S is equal to 2, not s equals to minus 2, s is equal to 2. So if I put that here, that will be of 4 plus 8, that give us 12. 12 minus 12 is 0, so that means the answer is s minus 2. So if you put this one here, that will not give us 0. If you put s equal to 6, that will not give us 0. If you put s equal to minus 2, that will not give us 0, and so on. So the answer is s minus 2. But another way you can do is by using the long division method. So if this is a factor of this, that means the remainder is going to be 0, so you are not going to get any remainder so because this is a factor of this, so you can use the long division method, and that's what we use in this video. So if you use your long division method like this is the dividend, you put that here, s squared plus 4s minus 12, and this is the divisor, which is s plus 6. So we write our answer here, which is the quotient. So the factor we're looking for is going to be the quotient, so we're going to write it here. Then how do we go about it? Let's start. X in s squared, that gives us x. You have x here because s can go in s squared. Do you understand that? Good. So x times s will give us s squared. Then s times plus 6 give us a plus 6x. So we now subtract that from this and this. So you'll be having this now minus open bracket s squared plus 6x. How do I get this? S times s will give us s squared. S times plus 6 will give us 6x. So we are now to remove this from this. That's why we put minus in front, so that you can remove this from this. Do you understand that? Good. So that means you're having s squared minus s squared, that gives us 0. So here you're having 4x minus 6x. Because minus times plus will give us a minus. So 4x minus 6 will give us a minus 2. So that means you are left with minus 2 here. So minus 2x here left. You are left with minus 2x. Do you understand that? Then this minus 12 will come down. So you have minus 12 here. Again, x in minus 2x. That will give us a minus 2. So that means the answer here is going to be minus 2. Then this minus 2 now will now multiply this divisor. So you have minus 2 times x, that will give us a minus 2x. Then minus 2 times plus 2x plus 6, that will give us minus 12 as well. Then you now subtract again. So you'll be having open minus 2s minus 12. This minus 2 multiply this, that will give us what you have inside the bracket. Then you subtract, that's what you are having minus here. So that means this one become plus, this one become plus. Because minus will multiply minus will multiply, so so that means the answer is going to give us 0. Minus 2 plus 2, minus 2s plus 2 will give us 0. Minus 12 plus 12 give us a 0. So we have 0 here as the answer. So that means the remaining factor is s minus 2, which is what we got before when we used the other method. So option A is correct answer for question number 24. Question number 25 is from the coordinate geometry. In this case, we have to calculate the midpoint of the line joining 8, minus 3 and minus 2, 3. So to find the midpoint, we have the average of the s1 plus s2, average of y1 plus y2. Then in that case, from this coordinate given to us, our s1 is 8 and our s2 is minus 2, our y1 is minus 3, our y2 is 3. If you substitute that here, you have 8 plus open bracket minus 2 over 2, minus 3 plus 3 over 2. If you simplify it, that gives us 8 minus 2 over 2. So that gives us 8 minus 2 is 6 over 2. Minus 3 plus 3 will give us 0 over 2. and that should give us a 3,0 as the coordinate of the midpoint, which makes option C the right answer for question number 25. Question number 26 is still on coordinate geometry. To find the gradient of the line joining point this and this correct to 1 decimal place, and to find the gradient of a straight line given the coordinate of the two lines that the line passes through. We have the gradient to be y2 minus y1 over s2 minus s1, which is changing y over changing x. So from these two coordinates we can get our y2 and y1, our s2 and s1. If you substitute that, we have 8 minus minus 5 over 4 minus minus 2. Simplify further, that will give us a 13 over 6. And if you divide that, that should give us a 2.167 to 1 decimal place. That should give us a 2.2 to 1 decimal place, which make option D the right answer for question number 26. Question number 27 is from the statement. We are given the statement statement P, all terrorists are guilty. Statement Q is all terrorists are criminals. Write the following statement in a symbolic form. All terrorists are not guilty but criminals. All terrorists are not guilty. That is negation of this proposition. So we have negation of P, and all terrorists are criminals but criminals. So that would be negation of P or Q. Negation of P or Q, which is option D. So option D is correct answer for question number 27. Question number 28 is from the algebraic fraction as well. So we have to simplify s plus 1 over 3 over s plus 1 over 2. So from there you can find the LCM of the numerator, and so which is 3. Should be having 3. Then 1 in 3 give us 3. 3 times L will give us 3x plus 3 in 3 give us 1. 1 times 1 give us 1 here over the same thing you do here. You find the LCM, which is 2. 1 in 2 give us 2. Then 2 times L give us 2x plus 2 in 2 give us 1. 1 times 1 give us 1 here. So this we can rewrite as a normal division sign instead of use this long division here. So we can write this as 2x plus 1 over 3 divided by, which is this division, this. So we can now change this one to times. So by this one going up, this one coming down. So you have 2x plus 1 over 3 times 2 over 2x plus 1. So from there, there's nothing that can cut anything. We are just trying to simplify. So 2 multiply this, then 3 multiply this one as well. So from there you have 2 into 2x, 3x plus 1 over 3 into 2x plus 1. So that makes option A the right answer for question number 28. Question number 29 is still on coordinate geometry. We have to find the equation of the line whose gradient is 6 and the y-intercept is minus 7. So the equation of straight line is y equals to ms plus c. So this is the template of the equation of straight line, or general equation of straight line is y equals to ms plus c. So that's general equation of a straight line. In this case, m is the gradient and the c is the y-intercept. So if you substitute that here, you have a y. You'll be having y equals to gradient is 6. You have 6x minus 7, which is the y-intercept. So if you simplify according to the option provided, they didn't give us this answer. So but they rearrange the option, and if you arrange this, you can that means they take a minus 7 to the front, just rearrange. So you have minus 7 plus 6x, which make option D the right answer for question number 29. Question number 30 is from the quadratic equation. In this case, sum and product of sum of the roots of quadratic equation. Sum of roots of quadratic equation. So in this case, you have to find the sum of the root of this quadratic equation, s squared minus 5a minus c equals to 0. So the first thing to do is to get the value of your a. A is the equation of s squared, which is 1. B is minus 5, and c is minus 6 as well. So sum of the root of quadratic equation is the sum of the root is minus b over a. Sum of the root of the quadratic equation is minus b over a. So if you substitute that here, you have a minus open bracket minus 5, because our b is minus 5 over a is 1. So that will give us a 5 as the sum of the roots. So another way you can do is to solve this quadratic equation. So when you solve the quadratic equation, you get the value of x, the two values of x. Then whatever you now get, you now add it together, and then you are going to get 5 as your answer as well. So I think this one is shorter than you solving the quadratic equation. Then whatever you get, now add it together. So option B is the right answer for question number 30. Question number 31 is still on quadratic equation. You have to solve this quadratic equation. 8s squared minus 6s minus 9 equals to 0. So the first thing to do is to use 8 to multiply minus 9. So the question of s squared will multiply the constant here. You have 8 times minus 9, that gives us minus 72. Then you now look for two numbers you can multiply together to give us a minus 72. And when you add them together, give us minus 6 here. And those numbers are minus 12 and plus 6. So minus 12 times 6 will give us a minus 72. Then minus 12 plus 6 will give us a minus 6. So those two numbers will now replace minus 6x here. So we have minus 12x plus 6x, that gives us a minus 6x here. Then from there now you can now factorize this. 4s is common here, so you can factorize 4s into 2s minus 3. Then 3 is common here, so you can factorize 3 out, plus 3 into 2s minus 3 equals 0. So we have 4s plus 3 into 2s minus 3 equals 0. So from there, 4s plus 3 equals 0, 2s minus 3 equals 0. From there you can find your x. So in this case, our s here will be minus 3 over 4, or s here will be 3 over 2. So although we have skipped a step here, which I believe you know what you have done here, this is equal to 0, this is also equal to 0. So from there you can find your x for each of them. So that make option B the right answer for question number 31. Question number 32, still on quadratic. You have to expand these two brackets. At least that is very simple. 2s will multiply 3s, that gives us 6s squared. Then 2s will multiply 4, that gives us 8x. Minus 3 multiply minus 3, minus 3 will multiply 3s, that gives us minus 9x. Then minus 3 will multiply 4, that gives us minus 12. Simplify this. 6s squared, 8s minus 9x, that gives us a minus x minus 12, which is the quadratic equation you get, sorry, quadratic expression you get after you multiply this out. So that will make option B the right answer for question number 32. Question number 33, still on what problem leads to simultaneous equation. The difference between the present ages of two brothers is 6 and their product is 135. What is the sum of their present age? The question is just like the question we solved, one of the questions that we have solved today in this video. So let their ages be x and y. So the difference, that means subtraction, the difference between their is, so you subtract their ages, which is x minus y equals to 6, and their product is 135. So you multiply xy equals to 135 equals, so we can call that one equation 2. So we have to solve this simultaneously now by substitution. So from equation 1 you can make a s, solve the formula. So s will be equal to 6 plus y, which is equation 3. You can now put this equation 3 into equation 2. So that will give us a y, that will give us y into s, 6 plus y equals to 135. Open the bracket. You have a y squared plus 6y equals to 135. Then take this down here. You have y squared plus 6y minus 135 equals 0. You have to solve this quadratic equation also to get the value of your y. Then you can now go back and get your x. So two numbers you can multiply together to give us minus 135, and when you add them together, it will give us plus 6. They are 15 and minus 9. 15 times minus 9 will give us a minus 135. Then 15 plus minus 9 will give us a 6. So these two numbers now replace we replace this y here. So 15y minus 9y will replace this y. Then that means the equation becomes y squared plus 15y minus 9y minus 135 equals 0. Factorize, factorize. Y is common, yes, we have y into y plus 15 minus 9. Minus 9 is common, you have a minus 9 into y plus 15 equals 0. So we have skipped a step here to get this one, which I believe you understand. So the factors will now be y plus 15 y minus 9 equals to 0. From there, your y will be equal to minus 15 or 9. So we can't use negative, so the age can never be negative, so it has to be 9 for the value of y. So we need to get the value of s before we now sum them together. So s was 6 plus y, so that will give us 6 plus 9, that will give us 15. That means the sum of their ages will now be 15 plus 9, that will give us 24, which is option B. Question number 34 is from the circle geometry. We are told that in the figure below, PQS is a circle, center O, RST is a tangent, RS is a tangent at X, and angle SOP is 120 degrees. We have to calculate angle PST. We have to find the angle that is here. The angle here, angle PST. It's very simple. So we know that this angle 120 has relationship with this angle Q here. Angle at the center is toward the angle at the circumference. So angle SQP will be half of 120 degrees, which is 60 degrees. Reason being that angle at the center is toward the angle at the circumference. So now if you understand very well that the angle here we are looking for, which is PST, has relationship with this angle here, because this is a tangent and this is a chord. So that means this angle is in alternate segments to this angle here. So that means that this angle PST we are looking for is equal to angle SQP that we have gotten here. So angle PST is equal to 60 degrees, which is alternate segments. So option B is the right answer for question number 34. Question number 35 is still on the circle geometry. We are told that in the figure below, ABCDs are points on the circle center O. Line BA is produced to hem. Line BA is produced to hem if angle MAD is 82. This angle here, angle ADO is 74. The angle here, we have to find angle ABO. The angle that is marked here we are looking for. So that's the angle we are looking for, ABO. It's very simple. We know that the angle here, we can find the angle here, which is angle BAD. Angle BAD, that will be 180 minus 82. You can find the angle inside here, which is an angle on a straight line. So the angle BAD, the angle here will be 98 degrees. Now, having gotten that, we can now find angle BOD reflex. Angle BOD, the angle that is here, you can find that angle BOD reflex, because this angle here is bigger than the one inside. So angle BOD reflex will be twice of angle BAD, the one that is here. Angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So BOD reflex will be 2 times 98, that will be 196 degrees. Angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So we can now find angle BOD, which is the one that is here, angle BOD. So that will be 360 minus angle BOD reflex. So angle BOD will be 360 minus 196, that will give us 164. So we know the angle here 164, we know the one that is here, which is 98. So you can see that this is a four-sided shape. That means a quadrilateral. Is a quadrilateral. So we have already gotten 3 angles inside, which is those interior angles. This plus this plus this. We have already gotten those one. So when we add all the 4 angles together, that should give us a 360 because of quadrilateral. So that means angle ABO we are looking for will be 360 minus the angle here minus the one here as well. So that will be 360 minus 98 minus 74 minus 164. And that will give us 24 degrees. Sum of angles in a quadrilateral. So that makes option A the correct answer for question number 35. Question number 36 is from the measuration of plane shapes. In this case, we have to calculate the area of a trapezium. So calculate the area of trapezium ABCD. So it's very simple. Of course, we know that the area of trapezium is the half multiplied by the sum of the 2 parallel sides and then multiplied by the height. In this case, something is still missing. The height is missing. So from there, but we can use this right angle triangle to find the height of the trapezium, which is this side. We are given this angle to be 30 degrees. We are given this side, which is the hypotenuse to this right angle triangle. So we can use opposite over hypotenuse to find the height. So from the area of trapezium is half multiplied by this far side plus this side multiplied by the height. So from triangle BCE, so I label this side, this point E. So we can use trigonometric ratio, which is opposite over hypotenuse, which is sine 30 equals to h over 12. So multiply there, you have h to be equals to 12 sine 30. That will give us a half of 12. That will give us 6 centimeter to be the height of the trapezium. You can now substitute that into this formula. So the area will now be 1 over 2 into the addition of the two power letters. That will be 8 plus 16 multiplied by the area, which is 6. So if you simplify, you have 1 over 2. 8 plus 16 is 24 multiplied by 6, and if you simplify, that goes 72 centimeters square as the area of this trapezium, and that makes option C the right answer for question number 36. Question number 37 is from the bearing. A boy walked 4 kilometers due west. He then changed direction and walked on a bearing of 214 degrees until he is southwest of his starting point. How far is he from the starting point? Correct your answer to 1 decimal place. So you need to first of all sketch the diagram to be able to solve this question. And I want to inform you that if you don't understand bearing, please, there's a video I already made on bearing which explain a lot of things on bearing, and if you watch that video, I believe that you are going to understand everything on bearing the way I explained it on that video. So let's try to solve this question. A boy walked 4 kilometers due west. So let's draw a cardinal point to represent the boy. So this is the cardinal point representing this boy, the boy. This is where the boy is currently. So this B represents boy. So this is the location of that boy presently. We are told that he walked due west. Where is the west? He walked like this, 4 kilometers. So he walked like this, 4 kilometers. This is the boy west. The west of the boy is this side. So if you now go, you go 4 kilometers due west like this. So you draw a straight line like this, 4 kilometers. So that means after covering this 4 kilometers, the boy is now here presently. He has left this position, moved 4 kilometers due west, is now here. So that means you need to draw another cardinal point to where the boy is right now. So if I draw another cardinal point, so I have this now. So that means the boy is currently here. Do we understand? Good. Now we are now told that he then changes direction and walk on a bearing of 214 degrees. So now that is here, now he now change direction again. He walk on a bearing of 214. So bearing of 214 will fall here because this is a 3-digit bearing, and in 3-digit bearing the origin is north. So from here to here. So this is from here to here is 90, 180, 270. So 214 will fall here. So I will draw a straight line like this. So draw a straight line. When you draw a straight line like this, then the boy, the bearing it covers is 214. So the bearing is from the north down here. That is 214 degrees. As the bearing, the boy changed direction of 214 degrees. So this is the bearing now, and that means the boy is currently here now. They didn't tell us the distance they cover, but this is where the boy is. So until he is southwest of his starting point. So this is starting point, and this is southwest. So that means it's around here now, joined to this place. So the boy is currently here. If I draw a cardinal point to represent where he is right now, so boy is now southwest of the starting point. So that means I'm going to draw a line from the boy to southwest of the starting point. So I'm going to draw a line like this to this point. Do we understand? So if the boy is in southwest of his, if this is where he is now and it's in southwest of his starting point, so southwest is a compass bearing. So that means the angle is going to be 45, because southwest, that's the center of south and west. So that will be 45 degrees will be here. So if this is 45, that means the angle here from here to here is also 45. So that means because from the south to the west is 90 degrees, so there will be 45 degrees here as well. Do we understand that? So from there we still need angles inside the triangle here. And how can we get that? So we know that from the angle from the north here to this place 214 degrees. So that we can find from this east, this from here, we can find the remaining angle from here to here, which is the one I labeled these blue angles. So we can find that angle. How? From here to here is 214, which is what we have given. We know that from the north to the east is 90 degrees. From the north to the east is 90 degrees. So if you can remove north to the east from 214, that will give us what we have left is from here to here, which is the angle from here to here. That's what we have left. So if you remove 90, which is northeast, from 214 degrees, that means you have this angle left. And the 214 minus 90, that gives us 124 degrees. So we have this second angle inside this triangle. That we can also find the third angle here, because sum of angle in the triangle should give us 180 degrees. So if you had this angle plus 45, then remove it from 180, that gives us 11 degrees. So that means we have all the three angles in that triangle. So our question says we should find the how far is the boy. The boy is here right now from the starting point. So we are looking for this from here. You are looking for the length of this line. So for simplicity's sake, you can label this triangle. This is B. You can label this one A. You can label this one C. You can use that to solve the triangle. So which principle can we apply to solve this triangle? We cannot use trigonometric ratio because this is not a right angle triangle. That means you are left with sine rule or cosine rule. So you can also check my video where I explain sine rule and cosine rule as well, so that to understand that. So we are going to apply sine rule here. Yes, because we have this side and the angle facing it we have. So our aim is to find this side, but we have the angle facing it as well, so we can apply sine rule. So sine rule will say that the sine of this angle 124 over the side facing, which is BC we are looking for, equals to sine of this angle 11 over the side facing, which is 4. From there we can cross multiply. If you cross multiply, we have a 124 times 4, which is, so we have a 4 sine 124, which is this, then multiply by BC sine 11. We cannot divide both sides by sine 11. That will give us a BC to be equal to this over sine 11. If you simplify that with your calculator, we have a 17.379 kilometer to one decimal place. That should give us a 17.4 kilometer, which make option E the right answer for question number 37. Question number 38 is from the latitude and longitude. Latitude and longitude. 2 points P and Q lies on the same great circle. They lie on the same great circle. That could be longitude or equator. So 2 points P and Q lie on the same great circle. Then P is on latitude 70 degrees and the Q is on latitude 55 degrees north. P is on latitude 70 degree north and Q is on latitude 55 degree north. Calculate the difference in latitude. So we'll only find the angular distance between point P and Q, nothing more. So that is very simple. Now the angular distance or angular difference is going to be the difference in latitude, because they are on the same great circle, but they are on different latitude, and but the latitude is in the same hemisphere. They are on different latitude but different hemisphere, but the same hemisphere. So the latitude of P is 70, the latitude of Q is 65, but they are both in the north, which is the same hemisphere. So to get the angular difference between them, or to get the difference in latitude, that means you need to subtract their latitudes. So that means this, since the two circles are on the different latitude but same hemisphere, which is a north, so that means you need to different latitude will be 70 minus 55, and that should give us a 15 degrees, which is option A. Question number 39 is on angle of elevation and depression. Also, there's a video I've made on this as well. Check my YouTube channel. You will understand elevation and depression very well also after watching that video. A bird which is on top of a building 35 meter high. Observe a prey 25 meter away from the foot of the building. Calculate the angle of depression of the prey from the bed. So there's a building involved. On top of the building there's a bed. So that means of course we are told that the height of the building is 35 meters. So on top of the building there's a bed. So that means the bed will be looking like this. That should be the initial site of the bed. But the bed now leaves its initial site and look at the prey on the floor, on the ground. And the prey is from the 25 meter away from the foot of the foot of the building. So that means the bed leave its initial site and look at the prey down. So you look down to the prey. That means there's going to be an angle here between the initial site of the bed and the new site, which is going to be angle of depression because it looked down on the prey. So let's use P to represent the prey. And we are told that the angle between the distance of the prey from the foot of the building is 25 meters. So 25 meters. So the angle that is formed here is angle of depression, which you can label theta, and that's the angle of depression there. But there's a way you can bring this angle inside the triangle here. So, and that means this angle is also theta because the alternate angle. The angle is alternate to this angle. So our aim is to find this angle, which is the angle of depression. So this is a right angle triangle here. So because the ladder is perpendicular to the ground, so you can now use opposite, or you can use trigonometric ratio opposite over adjacent, and that should give us tan. So we have tan theta equals to 35 over 25. Change this to decimal number 1.4. Then find the tan inverse to get theta. Tan inverse of 1.4 give us 54.46 degrees, which is option C for question number 39. Question number 40, we have to calculate. Okay, this is a mensuration of plane shape. In this case, we are measuring the length of an arc. Calculate the length of an arc which subtends an angle of 66 degrees at the center of the circle radius C squared to 1 decimal place. So length of an arc is theta over 360 times 2 pi r. So we are given the angle at the center, which is 66 degrees. So if you substitute that here, you have 66 over 360 times 2 times 22 over 7, which is the value of pi, then multiplied by the ratio, which is 8. So if you simplify this with your calculator, you have 9.219 centimeter. Don't forget this is an objective question, so you don't need to show much workings. Since you need to pick your answer, just use calculator from here. It will give us 9.219 centimeter to 1 decimal place. That will give us 9.2 centimeter, and that makes option D the right answer for question number 40. Question number 41 is from plane geometry. So we have to find the value of y in this diagram. So how do we do that? It's very simple. There's a way you can do it. There are many ways. Of course, this is 123. You can find this angle here using angle in a straight line. Then this angle here also, you can find the angle here. That will be angle in a straight line as well. That will be 180 minus y. That gives us a 180 minus y to be this angle here. Then this one here will be 180 minus 123. Whatever you get, then add the three angles together. Sum of angle in a triangle. Then you can find your y from there. But this is subjective. You have to be smart in your thinking. So how? Good. I can find the angle here, fine, which is a angle in a this angle here, which should be angle in a straight line, 180 minus 123. Then this angle here plus this angle here should give us the value of y, because the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to sum of the two opposite interior angles. So if you find the angle here, that should give us like 57. So the angle is 57. Then plus 75, that should give us the value of y, because this y is an exterior angle to this triangle. So the exterior angle of the triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. So that's what I use here to solve the question. Y is equal to 75, which is this angle here, plus 180 minus 123, which is the angle here. Well, the 180 minus 123 is talking about the angle here. Do you understand that? The angle here we are going to get is 180 minus 123. So the reason being that exterior angle of a triangle is equals to sum of the two opposite interior angles of that triangle. So from there, if you simplify for that, that gives us 75 plus 57. That gives us a 132. Option D is the right answer for question number 41. Question number 42, still on the mensuration of solid shape. The base, radius, and the height of a cone are 4 cm and 6 cm respectively. calculate its volume correct to the nearest whole number. In this case, you are measuring cone. You have to find the volume of a cone, and the volume of a cone is 1/3 of the cylinder. 1/3 of volume of cylinder is cone. That will be 1/3 pi r square h. So if you simplify by putting the value given to us, we know the radius, which is 4, and we know the height of the cone, which is 6. So if you put that here, you have 1/3 times 20/7 multiplied by 4 squared multiplied by 6. Calculator will do the right work for you from here. That gives us 100.57 centimeter cube. To the nearest whole number, that should give us a 101 centimeter cube, which is option D. So question number 43 is on coordinate geometry. How to find the distance between the points 3, -4 and -5 and 2. So the distance between 2 points given their coordinate is the square root of change change in x squared plus change in y squared. So that is s2 minus s1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So from there we can get our y1 and our s1. Our s2 is -5, our s1 is 3, our y2 is -5, our y1 is -4. If you substitute that here, you have the square root of open bracket -5 minus 3 squared plus open bracket 2 minus open bracket 4, close the bracket, and close the big bracket. Because the reason why we are putting this one in bracket is because you have a minus here and minus here, so we can't write minus minus, we need to put one in bracket. So -5 minus 8 give us -8, then squared. Here we'll be having 2 plus 4, that gives us 6 squared. So we have -8 squared plus 6 squared, that gives us 64 plus 36, and that gives us 100. So square root of 100 gives us 10. So the distance between the 2 points is 10 units, and that will give us option E. Question number 44 is still on the mensuration of solid shape. In this case, we have to calculate the total surface area or surface area of the sphere with diameter 10.4 centimeter, correct to 3 significant figure. You have to take pi to be 3.142. So the surface area of a sphere is a 4 pi r square. Surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square. We are given the diameter to be 10.4, but we need the radius, so that will be diameter divided by 2, that gives us a 10.4 divided by 2, that gives us a 5.2. So the radius is 5.2. So that may be having 4 times the pi is 3.142 given multiplied by 5.2 squared. If you simplify with your calculator, 339.839 centimeter square, then to 3 significant figure. This is the first, second, third. The third significant figure is 9. Then the number after it is up to 5. We round it up to 1 and add it to the 9. That gives us this one becomes 0, this one becomes 4. So we have 340 centimeters squared to 3 significant figures. So that makes option C the right answer for question number 44. Question number 45. What problem on or application of trigonometric ratio here? OB walks 400 meters to the top of a hill with slope at angle 30 degrees to the horizontal. Determine the height of the hill. So there is a hill, then the hill is slopey. You now walk on that slope 400 meters, and the slope make an angle with the ground, which is 30. So if you draw the diagram, this is the hill, then this is the slope of the hill which you walk on, which is 400 meters. Then this slope make an angle with this ground, which is 30 degrees. So we have a 30 degrees here. So we have to determine the height of the hill, which is from here. So we can call that one h. So in this case, we can use trigonometric ratio, which is opposite over hypotenuse. That will be sine 30 equals to h over 400. So because multiply, h will be 400 sine 30. Sine 30 is half. So half of 400 is 200. So h should be 200 meters, which is option D for question number 45. Question number 46 is still on mensuration of solid shape. The volume of spherical ball is 114 centimeter cube. Find the radius to the nearest whole number. So we are given the volume of a sphere, so we have to find the radius. So what is the volume of a sphere? That will be 4/3 pi r cube. Volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cube. We are given the value to be 114 equals to 4/3 times 20/7, which is 4 pi, multiplied by the radius cube of the radius. From there you can simplify further. That should give us 114 equals to 4 times 22 give us 88. Multiply by r cube, we have 88 r cube. 3 times 7 is 21. Cross multiply from there, we have 88 r cube equals to 114 multiplied by 21. That should give us divide both side by 88. That gives us r cube equals to this. 114 times 21 over 88. Then if you simplify it, that gives 27.2045. You can now find the cube root of both sides to get our r. R will be cube root of this. That gives us a 3.0075. To the nearest whole number, that gives us a 3 centimeter to the nearest whole number. That make option E the right answer for question number 46. Question number 47, still on coordinate geometry. We have to find the equation of the straight line, which with gradient minus 1 over 4 passing through the point 3, 2. So we can still use the general equation of a straight line, which is the y equals to ms plus c, where m is the gradient and the c is the y-intercept. So we are given the gradient to be minus 1 over 4. If you substitute that here, you have y equals to minus 1 over 4s plus c. All we need to do now is to get our c. So we can use the point given to us. So at 3, minus 2, y is 2, s is 3. So if you substitute that here, you have 3 equals to minus 1 over 4 times 3 plus c. So that should give us minus 3 over 4 here. You have 2 equals to minus 3 over 4 plus c. Collect times this comes here. You have c equals to 2 plus 3 over 4. Simplify it, that gives us 11 over 4. Then this develop our c. Then return it back into this equation. We have y is equals to minus 1 over 4s plus 11 over 4. Then we can look at our option. That means it doesn't have fraction, so we can multiply through by 4 to clear the fraction. So multiply this by 4, we have 4y. Multiply this one by 4, we have equals to minus x. Multiply this one by 4, we have 11. So we have 4y equals to minus x plus 11. So I think we need to rearrange. So s comes here, you have 4y plus s equals to 11. So I think option D is the right answer for question number 47. Question number 48, still on a trigonometric ratio. We have to calculate the value of y, but you have to leave your answer in short form. So we are given this angle as 30 degrees. This side is hypotenuse, this is adjacent to the angle 30 degrees. So adjacent over hypotenuse will give us cos. So you have cos 30 degrees equals to y over 6. If you cross multiply from there, or from there, since we have to leave answer in short form, 30 degrees is a special angle, so you can find the trigonometric ratio of special angle 30 degrees. So we know the value cos 30 degrees is so 3 over 2, because 30 is a special angle. So cos 30 degrees is going to give us so 3 over 2, so which is equal to y over 6. Then cross multiply from there, we have 2y equals to 6 or 3, divide both side by 2, y will be equals to 6 or 3 over 2, which is 3 or 3 centimeter. And option A is the right answer for question number 48. Also, there is a video I made on trigonometric ratio on my channel. If you want to understand trigonometric ratio very well, please refer to the video. Question number 48, 49, 50, and 51. You have to use this data to solve this question. Given the following set of number, you have to calculate the mean. Of course, we know that a mean is to add this number together divided by the number of data we have there. So if you add this number together divided by, we have 10 data there. So that will be 64 over 10, that gives us 6.4. So option C is the right answer. We have to find the median. In finding medians, we know that we need to rearrange the number in ascending or descending order. So to find the median, we need to rearrange in ascending or descending order. So if you arrange it, you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. So since we have 10 data here, so then we are going to have 2 values at the center. So which should be 6 and 6, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have these 2 data at the center. So that means we are having 6 plus 6 over 2 to find the median. That will be 12 over 2, that gives us 6. So the median is 6, which is option B. The mode is the most occurring number in the data. and we can see that 6 appeared twice, so that means the mode is going to be 6, which is option C as well. Question number 52, we have to find the range of this data. Of course, we know that range is the difference between the highest number and the smallest number value here. That will be 11 minus 2. Highest number there is 11, the smallest is 2. So the range is going to be 9, which is option B. Question number 53, we have to calculate the variance of the following set of numbers: 30, 28, 35, 25, 37, to find the range variance. So in finding variance, we need mean to find variance. To find variance of this set of numbers, we need to find the mean. So the mean is to add all the numbers together divided by 5. That should be 155 when you add it together divided by 5, that gives us 31. So the average of the number is 31. So variance of an ungrouped data is the summation of the deviation squared over n. Summation of the deviation squared over n. They call this an ungrouped data. So if you tabulate it, your S is at this. You already have your, this is our S. You already have our S bar, which is the mean, and that's why we calculated mean first. So here you'll be having to get this. You have a S minus X bar. So we have a 30 minus 31, that gives us minus 1. 28 minus 31 minus 3. 35 minus 31, that will be 4. 25 minus 31, that will be minus 6. 37 minus 31, that will give us 6. So from there we have to square the deviation. So square this. Minus 1 squared is 1. Minus 3 squared is 9. Minus 4 squared is 16. Minus 6 squared is 36. 6 squared is 36. Then you have to sum it together. Sum them together. That gives us 98. So if you return this back into this formula, we have the variance to be equal to 98 over n, which is the number of data there, will give us a 5. So 98 divided by 5 gives us a 19.6. So I think option C is the right answer for question number 53. Question number 54 is from probability. If the ticket number 1 to 16 inclusive are mixed up and a ticket is drawn at random, what is the probability that the ticket drawn is a multiple of 2 or 3? So the tickets are number 1 to 16, like this, 1 to 16. So that means you have 16 tickets here. So, but we are told that if a ticket is drawn, the probability that is multiple of 2 or multiple of 3. Let's first get the multiple of 2 from here. So multiple of 2 will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Multiple of 3 will be 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. Then also we should know that there are this set, multiple of 2 and the multiple of 3, they have intersection. There are some number that belong to multiple of 2 and multiple of 3, and then we need to bring that out. So multiple of 2 intersection multiple of 3, that will be 6, and we have a 12. So 12. So therefore probability of multiple of 2 or 3 will be probability of 2 plus probability of multiple of 3 minus probability of intersection between them, because this is basically working on the set notation. Multiple of 2 union multiple of 3, multiple of 2 union multiple of 3 equals to multiple of 2 plus multiple of 3 minus multiple of 2 intersection multiple of 3. That's what we are having here. So if you substitute probability of multiple of 2, that will be how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 16 plus probability of multiple of 3, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 out of 16 minus probability of interaction between them, that will be 2 out of 16. So the SCM is 6, 16. That gives us 8 plus 5 minus 2, that gives us 11 over 16, which is option D for question number 54. Question number 55 is still on the probability. The following are the lucky numbers in raffle draw. If a number is picked at random, what probability that it is a perfect cube? The first thing to know is to first get the perfect cube from this set of numbers. So the perfect cube there is 8 and 27. What do you mean by cube? A cube is the number you can find its cube root. So the cube root of 8 is 2, cube root of 27 is 3. So no other number is a perfect cube. 25 is a perfect square. What else? 4 is a perfect square. There's no other. So we only have 27 and 8 as the perfect cube there. So the probability of but we need to know how many data do we have here. So data that we have there is I think there are 16 number if you count data you have there. So the probability of perfect cube is 2 out of 16. That will be 2 over 16. And if you reduce that, that will give us a 1 over 8, which is option E. Question number 26. The probability that it will rain in Lagos and Oyo on the same day are 3 over 4 and 1 over 2 respectively. Find probability that it will not rain in both towns on the same day. So if it's raining in Lagos is 3 over 4, so then we need to get the probability that it will not rain in Lagos. Probability that it will not rain in Lagos will be 1 minus 3 over 4, and that should give us a 1 over 4. Then if the probability that it rain in Oyo is a 1 over 2, the probability that it will not rain in Oyo will be 1 minus half. That gives us a half as well. Therefore, probability that it will not rain in both towns will be probability that it will not rain in Lagos multiplied by probability that it will not rain in Oyo. So that will be 1 over 4 times 1 over 2, and that should give us 1 over 8, which is option B for question number 56. Question number 57 is from statistics. Statistics related to probability. We are given that the ages of students in tabular form, ages 16, 17, 18, and number of students 4, 8, and 6. Show the ages of students in a particular class. What probability that a student chosen at random is less than 18 years? These are ages. This is 18 years, so we are referencing 17 and 16 years only. So the question is that what is the total number of students here, and that will give us the total outcomes for the probability. So the total number of students here is 4 plus 8 plus 8. That will give us 18. And the probability that the student picked is the age of the student is less than 18 years. That will be 16 and 17 years. That will be number of 16 years is number of students there is 4, which is 4 years. For 17, that will be 8 over total number of students, which is 18. So that will give us a 12 out of 18, and then that should give us a 2 over 3. If you reduce 6 can go here, 6 can go here. So that should give us option C for question number 57. Question number 58 to 60 is from the differentiation, that is the application of differential calculus to rectilinear motion. Application of differential calculus to motion on a straight line, that is rectilinear motion. Use the information to answer the question number 58 to 60. A particle moves in a distance of s meters, where s is equal to 5t cubed minus 12t squared plus 7. At what time is its acceleration equals to 0? So you are given the distance. Equation of the distance to be s equal to 5t cubed minus 12t squared plus 7. Then we have to look for the acceleration at we have to find the value of t when the acceleration is equal to 0. So the first thing is that you are given distance to be equal to this. So if you differentiate distance with respect to t, that will give us a distance over time, that will give us a velocity. Then if you now differentiate again, if you differentiate velocity with time, that gives us acceleration. So that means we need to differentiate this function twice. So if you differentiate the first time, that will be velocity, that will be the s dt. If you differentiate that, that will give us a 15t squared minus 24t. Then if you now differentiate again, that will give us acceleration, that will be dv dt. Then we are differentiating again, that will be 30t minus 24. So this is the value of acceleration now, but we are looking for the value of t when acceleration is 0. So that means we have 30t minus 24 equals to 0. So from there, you can find our t to be 30t minus 20 equals to 24. Variable start by 30, t will be equals to 0.8 seconds. So that means option A is the correct answer for question number 58. Then we have to find the value of we have to find the velocity after 3 seconds. We already know the value of the velocity. Velocity is 15t squared minus 24t. After 3 seconds, so your t will be 3. So velocity is 15t squared minus 24t. So your t is 3 seconds. So to that here, you have v to be equal to 15 times 3 squared minus 24 times 3. If you simplify that, you have 15 times 9, minus 72. If you simplify, you have 63 meters per second as the value of the velocity, which is the option B for question number 59. And the last question, which is the question number 60, find the acceleration after 12 seconds. So we already know the acceleration to be 30t minus 24. So acceleration is 30t minus 24. The time is 12 seconds. Put that here. We have 30 times 12 minus 24. That is 360 minus 24. And that gives us a 336 meters per second square as the acceleration. So that is the solution for all the 60 questions in the Neco 2024 Linear Mathematics objective questions that we have been able to solve together, and I believe that you understand how we go about the solution. I believe that you really enjoy it, the time we had together. And if you understand it, please share this video with a student out there who needs this resource material very urgently. And please comment in the comment section of this video to help us improve our next video. Also, if you are yet to subscribe, please click on the subscribe button right now so as to help you help you know whenever we post information on this platform. And in the next video, I'm going to be solving the theoretical part of these questions. And I want you to stay tuned. Thank you, and may the Lord bless you.